Hello everyone, this is a Libra Lights Lifestyle pick-a-card. So for today's pick-a-card, this is going to be messages from your spirit guides, as well as I really wanted to incorporate the elephant animal totem. So if this is like you're drawn to elephants and elephants are your animal, you're in good company. Same. And this is going to be just whatever you need to hear right now. So I tried to keep it very broad, as open-ended as we could possibly get it, so that it could cover a variety of things for a variety of people. With that being said, I'm going to show you our card selections. So with pile number 1, we have this beautiful gold elephant and the black moonstone. See if you can see if the camera will focus on it. There we go. So with pile number 2, this beeswax candle. And this piece of labradorite. And for pile number 3, this bronze elephant. And piece of sodalite. And a beautiful piece of sodalite, let's be honest. There we go. Alright, so if you're new to pick-a-cards, what I suggest is picking with your intuition instead of your eyes. To do this, what I usually suggest is taking a few slow, deep breaths. You can pause the video to take as many as you need, and we will be right here when you are all set. Okay, so pile number 1, this is going to be for you, with this black moonstone and this little gold elephant. Let's see, we're gonna flip your oracle cards first and then get to your tarot, alright? So for your first card, this is Mirrored Souls 21. Some of you might be in a big soulmate connection or twin flame. Yeah, twin flame or soulmate connection. This is it boils down to a 7, and this is unconditional love. It's a very spiritual connection, right off the bat. And that's funny too, because like moonstone always makes me think of like really compassionate, sweet, nurturing energy. My friend compares it to a hug in a stone. So there's definitely something interesting going on for you. Let's see what else your oracle cards have to say, and then we'll get right into your tarot. All right. Let's see. Let's start with TikTok. Deep knowing. Another 7 for you. And then Observer. And Come to the Edge. And then for your tarot cards, let's see. 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Empress in reverse, Page of Wands. Yeah, 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, I was was curious to see if that was going to show up, and hits. So, right off the bat, for some of you, not necessarily all of you, let's see if we can get everything into frame here. With some of you, not necessarily all of you, there is definitely this twin flame connection, but for some of you, it's like the timing is wrong, and you're trying to figure out, is it me? What is it? Like, this connection is not being, it's not being birthed, it's not being coming to fruition, and there's a little bit of impatience here, a little bit of wanting to push ahead, wanting to like keep going, wanting to, and this might be even a situation with like a third party. It doesn't have to include third parties. For someone, it might be a third party situation. But this looks or sounds bad, but there's a lot of really beautiful things coming in as far as clarification with these cards. So first thing I'm going to start with, let's start with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands generally has to do with this energy of feeling very defeated, very beat up, but it is essentially a learning how to surrender moment. And so when we are gifted, and I say gifted to impress upon you how truly important or truly crucial and transformative these moments are, but when we are gifted with moments in which we feel beat up, it allows us to do one of two things. We can either become more rigid and more defiant in that, or we can learn to surrender. When we learn to surrender, what is essentially happening is you fall into a deeper knowing, a very spiritual, I'm one with the universe, and therefore I know what is going to happen with this connection regardless of what happens. And that is in and of itself a very beautiful and powerful thing. Now, someone over here is going, well, what does that even mean? Well, it essentially just means you understand the potential for the connection and the lessons for the connection without it having to be a manifested connection. When we see the Empress in reverse, it's all about manifestations that have not come to fruition. So, it's essentially a lot of love that one wants to pour out that is just not going anywhere. With the Page of Wands, it has the potential to go somewhere, but it's either like it's not formed yet, or it's not the time. I'm getting with this, it's just not the time for it right now. So I was not going to pull any other cards for this. However, I really do get the sense that we might need some clarifiers. Okay, so you are group number 2, and you chose this beautiful Labradorite, and we are going to get into your reading. The first thing that I kind of want to say or bring to the attention is like this. So you guys were the ones with the only candle. So I'm picking up like major light worker vibes. We're gonna start with your oracle cards, and okay, well, yeah, you see this, the Awakened one. Yeah, you might be either just awakening, just having like your first big spiritual awakening, like your first big one, or you've had many and you're just going through another one of those big awakenings. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep going with your oracle cards and then going emotions. Ooh, what's interesting? Let's see. Go to the sea. Time to go. Co-create. The fates. And mending. All right. I can already get a kind of a vibe of where you guys are as people and where this is going as far as your reading, but I'm just gonna pull your tarot cards and we'll see. I'm gonna make sure everything can kind of stay sort of in frame. All right, so yeah, the moon in reverse. There's just the Hangman, Page of Swords, Strength, and Two of Swords. So, first off, it feels like there's, you're really in a position where you're kind of not sure if it's your emotions running away with you or if it's your intuition. And you are sort of in this stuck place. And you are just not really sure where you need to be going and if it's time for you to leave or if it's time for you to just kind of fix this mess that you found yourself in. I'm going to get to why this is not as much of a mess as you think it is, and then we'll just kind of go for there. First, when I see co-creation and mending, it always tells me that there is more of the opportunity. There's more an opportunity for change and growth than we're sometimes giving ourselves credit for. So if it looks like this terrible like mess that we just have no way of getting out of, and that's not true. Okay, there's wisdom and there's speed in which things will be resolved. It's just a matter of you telling the universe, hey, we're going to do something different. Okay, awesome. And that sounds really easy, but if you've been practicing doing anything the hard way, doing it the easy way almost does not come second nature. It almost does not feel like doing it the easy way. So you might be kind of in a little bit of a hard place, especially with this Hangman. Hangman has all to do with like it's submitting to judgment, but you're submitting to judgment under the assumption of you are wrong or you are guilty or you are in some way, shape, or form lacking. And with the Page of Wands, I'm here to tell you that that's just not true. Spirit is really trying to get messages to you to kind of lift you up, to help you to make these right choices, especially with this this Page of Sword. Like there is input coming, there is messages coming, there are things that are trying to be conveyed to you. You're just not there where you can see them yet, which is fine because everyone goes through this time, whether this is your first awakening or your 15th or your 50th. Everybody goes through times where you feel spiritually disconnected, okay? And we can probably all agree that 2020 was just a huge time of feeling super disconnected for some people. That being said, it's totally fine that you come out of 2020 and into 2021 feeling very conflicted and not necessarily feeling your best or your strongest. But Spirit's here to tell you that you are, in fact, not only capable of making the right decision, you ultimately will, regardless of, because we have this moon and we have this moon, right? So your intuition will help to guide you through this choice. Excuse me. Your intuition will help you to guide you through this choice. So if you're having a hard time dealing or finding your intuition and hearing your intuition, one of the things that Spirit is suggesting is this go to the sea card. If you're not able to go to the water, like the actual like either ocean or lake or river or something, creek, pond, what have you, just take a very, very, very long bath. But with this, what I'm really seeing too is this big sense of needing quiet, like that peace, like it's almost the need to go by yourself. This is a lot of the instances of when you can best hear your intuition. It's often the times when you are totally alone. And that is not by accident. That's actually very much by universal design. But with this time to go, I really do feel like you might not need to necessarily leave the situation in which you are at, but you definitely do need to remove yourself temporarily from the situation just so that you can get a handle on your emotions and so that you can get some clarity. Because right now, you having all of these mental questions and kind of this negative I don't want to say like mindset, but this negative cloud that's kind of hanging over you is it's not beneficial for you making the best decision that you need to. And so that's really one of the things that whether you go or you stay in the situation is not the important part, but you being able to master your emotions during all aspects of your awakening is really what that's the real test. Okay, that's the real character builder. That's the real goal of this time for you. So Spirit is both commending you and saying that you're doing a fantastic job with everything that you've been dealt, because some of this part of why these manifestations feel beyond your control is because they are absolutely necessary for the design of your life. It's like you have certain things that are totally free will and totally optional and so totally like, you know, manifestation based and co-created based, and then you have some things that are really just up to cosmic design. And this is one of those levels, essentially one of those awakenings that's by cosmic design. So if you're feeling really frustrated and you're feeling really confused, that's fair. No judgments. So I'm gonna pull a clarifier just to see how you can better make that decision. I was going to find out what the decision was, but I know that with it being a general reading, sometimes... Hello. Okay, well, it's the Fool. So yeah, this is definitely needing to, or the fear of starting over, starting something else or starting over. I keep getting these starting over. Like you don't want to start over, you don't want to, but it might be too much to mend. It might be too much to fix. And for some of this is going to be a relationship. For some people, this is going to be a job. For some people, this is going to be like a roommate situation. For some people, it's definitely going to be like more on the financial aspects and investing. But this is, it's different for everybody. It has a different, but it does have like the very intense, I don't want to start over vibe. So let's get you some affirmations. And we will call it a day for you, group number 2. So, one of the things too, the moon in reverse, it always talks about illusions, right? It always talks about us not necessarily seeing things. And if we're not seeing things the way that we need to because of our emotions or because we're too close to a situation, like that in and of itself can be part of the blind. That in and of itself can be blinding because you might not be starting over. You for the record, you will never be starting over. You will be starting from experience. So you're never starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You know what not to do now. So if part of that illusion is also just the fear of I will not be supported, or I will not be taken care of, or I will not, have X, Y, and Z, when you most certainly will, or can, or still may, in fact. So, Spirit, for group number 2, my beautiful shining lights. Group number 2, I picked the Labradorite. Number 2, I picked the, well, I'm going to take that one. I will take the one that fell, and we will take this one face up. So, The universe works fast. Ooh, when I'm having fun. I really love this one too. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. And it's so true. It's honestly, it's so true, right? It's just how manifestation is. All right. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. Yeah, so again, you really do have people that are trying to like encourage you, remind you the universe is on your side and it will never not be on your side. Everything will work out for the greatest good of you. You have to believe it. You have to trust it. You have to know it. You have to feel it. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Yeah, you guys need to really work on the you aspect of the co-creation. Your emotions are kind of blocking that intuition, which are hindering your ability to co-create. So just remember, the universe works fast when you're having fun. If it's not fun, just go do something fun. Like, for real. So that is what I have for you, my beautiful group number 2. Thank you for your time, love, support, and energy, for the access of your spirit guides. I would like to take time to send that appreciation, send a lot of blessings for you. I really do hope that you get the answers, support, and clarity that you need through this time, as well as help to bring yourself some balance. Yeah. And all right, so group number 3, you guys picked this pretty sodalite. So we're going to start with your oracle cards, and then we are going to get to your tarot cards. First thing I'm going to, transformation 33. You guys are going to be the masters. Ooh, you have a master number. And surrender. Yeah. Ooh, you guys might have been stuck between like group number 2 and your group. So this, imagine building blocks. Loyal heart. And happy. Actually, you guys are exactly where you're supposed to be. So we have the 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords, the Hermit in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. So you guys are really just, I'm in awe of you. Let's start with your, we're going to start with your tarot, and then we'll get to your oracle. First off, you are kind of sitting in this crossroads. You have so many different ways you could go, so many different possibilities. And what I'm seeing too is you're coming out of a period of isolation where you felt very much like you had to pull yourself in to protect yourself. You had to, you were essentially very much either you felt abandoned or you abandoned someone else, but it made you feel lonely and made you feel like you could only depend on yourself for the answers and the light that you seek, and therefore you had to be your own light. And because of this, this is either like you physically left a situation, like traveled, moved away, or you are feeling the need to go do that now. This might be you traveling internally, but you're really craving that, you're really wanting that, you're really like, your soul kind of needs for you to go, I guess, go within. And there's really a callback too of like this nostalgic, this is not just like you dealing with past lives or past lives. Whoo! Well, some of you might be, but not all of you. This is not really just you dealing with like past lovers, but this is also you dealing with your childhood, your past decisions, your past actions. where you might have felt that you haven't made the right choice, or you haven't made the right choice with the Seven of Cups, but like honestly, you did the best choice. You made the best choice that you could based off of that situation, because it's where you needed to be. But this right now is causing you to, you're learning how to surrender. You're learning how to face your transformations, not as an act of protection per se, but not like protection or camouflage or trying to go deep and be hidden and kind of live this hermity lifestyle, but it's almost in a sense of you starting to transform for the sake of transformation, for the surrender of the experience, for the knowledge of how much good and beauty and not just prosperity, but like good blessings. It just a feeling. I wish you could feel this feeling. Oh my goodness. But this feeling that comes at the end of transformation. So you're learning to surrender to that feeling, to get to where you need to be, essentially. And it's actually, it's nowhere where you've been before. So that's really exciting for you. And one of the things that I'm also picking up is you can't even imagine it. You can't even imagine it because you've never been there. And that in and of itself is very telling. And I get the sense too is that you might not have had very stable relationships in your past, or you might not have had very stable examples of partnerships that were stable and were I guess something loyal that you could emulate. But you're actually starting to find out what that means for you to build on your own. So you're starting to build this this imagined life, this beautiful life, this transformed life, not by working really hard, but by surrendering to the alchemy of it, surrendering to the process and the feeling and the growth and the molding of it by the universe. So this is actually really beautiful, and I there's definitely with this loyal heart, there is a person, people and or person, it depends on your situation, who are coming in to show you this love. But also you are learning how to embody this loyal heart. You are learning how to show your heart and not fear for its protection or its survival. And I'm also getting the sense too, if you're learning to just be happy, like just happy for the sake of being happy because you can. And the thing that I really want to highlight about this card is that yes, there's the balloons and the thing and the dancing, but really it's a key. There's this very small keyhole, because you are the key to your own happiness. You are the key to your own joy and abundance and growth and prosperity and transformations. And this is an absolutely beautiful card, or a beautiful set of cards to get. And I am super excited for your moment, your transformation. This just wonderful. All right, so I'm gonna pull an affirmation card, or a few affirmation cards for you, and see where that goes. All right, Spirit. This is going to be for group number 3. The beautiful group number 3. Pick the soda light. Number 3, pick the soda light. All right. We have one more for group number 3. That's the one. Okay. Let's check those affirmations. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Yeah. So this First off, this card. This card is so important. This card is absolutely everything for your mindset right now. And let me be honest with you, if you can learn this lesson, you will never need to look at another pickle card. You'll never need to get another tarot reading. All you need to know is this right here. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. If it's things that are for you, will always be for you, okay? Oh, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Oh, and that's it. That's the transformation. This is the transformation that we were talking about. So if you wanted to know what you were transforming into, that. My faith has the power to transform to turn trauma into love. Trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. I got so excited, I could not even speak. Wow. And then joy is the ultimate creator. Yeah, you're learning how to use joy as your building blocks for creating this life that you have never even imagined. So I am fantastically excited for you. I am so eager to see what you do. And I believe in you. There is so... Also, you... on a side note, some of you guys have a lot of people that are telling you, or naysayers, or don't believe in you. I believe in you, okay? So go be great. That being said, thank you for your time, love, support, energy. Thank you for being here. If you would like to support this channel, please like, share, subscribe, comment, as well as hit the notification bells to help out the channel. And please check out the links below so that